Hello, hi, I'm Laura for those who are new to my channel. Today I just wanted to take a minute to talk a bit about the emotional impacts of lipedema. I can speak from personal experience as well as from talking to other women with lipedema, as well as this is something a lot of experts in lipedema bring up as a huge life impact of lipedema. And that's emotional distress, anxiety, depression. And this is very, very prominent, especially before a diagnosis, because many of us, let me know if this is something that you've experienced. Many of us are told to simply eat less and exercise for so many years of our lives that we simply blame ourselves for how we feel and find a way to pin any symptom that may be the result of lipedema onto ourselves. So this impacts women greatly. And you might be one of those women who's been impacted quite intensely by the emotional effects of having lipedema. So I'm just going to share a few ways I've felt impacted. And that first one was the blaming myself. So not only did it feel like doctors were blaming me, I even remember working with a health coach who was like, well, this can't be all you're eating because you're not seeing any results. And me being like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, this is all I'm eating. was weighing food. I was diligent about eating. And I remember, so then they went the other way. They're like, okay, well then you're not eating enough. So then it was like, I was eating more than I desired to eat. And what would you know? I gained weight. So then they thought, well, now you're going too far. So that's just one example, but that really, set me in the direction of self-blame. And along with that self-blame came depression and anxiety, an inability to want to go out and be social, not just because I was blaming myself, but also aesthetically. When I went through lipedema growth spurts, I would say one was after I was done nursing my son. I went through one and I gained a little bit of lipedema fat on my legs. And then the last time was I was about 36 and my body was very much experiencing some perimenopausal symptoms. So again, there was another hormonal surge. And this time I gained a tremendous amount of weight, 40 pounds. And I just blamed myself. I would have some chips on a Friday that the kids were eating. And then I would be like, oh, well, it's my fault. Or I would have a glass of wine and I was like, oh, well, I shouldn't drink wine. Like, it's almost like in my mind, I was eating 5 times as much as I was actually eating because I needed to justify why I looked the way I looked. And, especially going from one weight, which was kind of like my set weight most of my life, to gaining 40 pounds. Like, I weighed more than when I was 10 months pregnant. A lot of clothes didn't fit. So the emotional impact of, working out, watching what I'm eating, and continuing to grow was, for lack of a better term, I'm going to use the word duck, but you know what I mean. So this made me not want to go out and socialize because I didn't have clothes, and when you experience the lipedema growth, you don't exactly want to go out and shop. So I got accustomed to like some baggier pants and even like beach wear that was like big and baggy, but I could tie the waist in so that the waist fit my so that the waist of the pants fit my waist, because it was much smaller in relation to my legs. So yeah, many of us experiencing years of being told that it's simply a self-control issue definitely has a great impact on our mental health and our emotions. And so I really truly feel like once I discovered lipedema, and it was confirmed, well, as soon as I discovered it, I didn't even need the confirmation in order to feel this, but I felt relief, because it's like I knew what it was that I was experiencing. And so even though I was told there wasn't any cure, I got very, very excited about the possibility of diving into the research to find out how I could make myself feel better. And this like lit a fire in me. So it was like those bouts of depression and mental anguish, I could just release it all because it was all bullshit. And you know, it doesn't change the fact that it impacted my mental health. However, looking forward, I felt like there's so much hope. And I wanted to share with you guys that I began implementing into my daily thought process, because I do believe that we can reprogram our thoughts, and that beliefs are just thoughts we think over and over and over again. And our thoughts impact our feelings. So in order to really keep myself inspired and moving forward, even though I experienced pain from my lipedema, even though I was still getting more lipedema growth because I hadn't quite pinpointed how to support my hormone health, I use the affirmation, every day I get better and better. And so even when I was having a challenging day, mentally or emotionally, I would tell myself that each day, sometimes I would even say each moment, I get better and better and better. And honestly, I am grateful. I appreciate the experiences I've had previously. So I look at how I felt when I had no idea why I was continuing to grow more fat on my legs. I look at that as contrast to where my life is now. So you might be someone who's just discovered you have lipedema. And what I want to tell you is that from here, each moment gets better and better. And I believe that right down to the depths of my soul. So if you are looking to reprogram your thoughts and your beliefs in order to support good emotional health as you begin this journey of navigating what works for you and what doesn't work for you in terms of your lipedema, remember this, that each day can be better and better. And you know, some days I'm just like, every day is better than the last. It's so great. And I still find, like I said, appreciation for when I maybe didn't feel great, or I didn't go out and meet up with friends because I felt ashamed by the way I looked, or I felt uncomfortable in my own skin because my body didn't even feel like mine at the time. So each day gets better and better as you begin to discover and navigate what works for you while living with lipedema, and remember that you can thrive with it. I hope that you have a wonderful day and experience a little sunshine. And if the sun isn't shining, I hope you experience it in the people that you run into today. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.